Hi, I'm Dr. Corey Moss, and I'm in a runoff for president of the AAF-PRS. And I laid some messages out, but I really think that there is an important one that I want to relay to the entire Academy membership. And that is, this is a time where the membership, which represents, we can't get accurate numbers from the Academy office, but somewhere between 1,000 and 1,200 members when you include residents and you include emeritus and other members, and somewhere near probably 800 maybe or 900 voting members. So in the last election, which we held electronically, as I explained in my last video, we, the members that were there and attending, which represented only 157 members, voted to suspend our own rules, which are our bylaws, and make the presidential election a runoff in the event that no one got a majority of votes. I think it's fine if we want to change our rules. I mean, that's a bylaws amendment change, and they knew it happened last year, and the leadership might have addressed this if they really felt there were legal issues. But I'll share with you the legal opinion that we shared with the Academy attorney and the leadership that states that the bylaws always supersede Illinois law, and they were aware of this. So it's a mechanism, in a sense, to, I think, help direct outcomes of elections. And I guess I will be a disruptor if you vote for me and vote for what I stand for in this, and that's just to be a disruptor. It has nothing to do with my opponent, who has served on the board over the last 4 to 6 years. But it's also been a time when I think the Academy has become increasingly sort of insular in its leadership and has become an academy of pre-selected leaders rather than member-generated interest and sort of excitement. The nominating committee is made up of now a majority of academia, which 85% of us are in private practice. And that doesn't mean academia can't try to understand what it's like to be in private practice, but just the message I would say for all members, whether you're in private practice or in academia, because I've been in both and I know them very well. One of the absolute needs of academics is to be able to serve in leadership of the society, because your promotion, my promotions, and advancement in academia requires that you show leadership within your own specialty. So I fully understand that, and that's why we need our academics to serve, so that they have that, they can check that box and get their promotions and move in advance. On the flip side, for us that are not in academia full-time, the Academy is our institution. We need to defend and promote and protect the facial plastic surgery brand, which is very separate and distinct out in the world from otolaryngology. In academia, it can't be, because they work for academic departments for the most part. In the real world, we're competing with plastic surgeons that don't hesitate for a second to call us ear, nose, and throat doctors that are pretending to be plastic surgeons. If you don't believe me, I'll send you to an Instagram account with a plastic surgeon that's doing it in LA to all of us right now, which I reported to the Academy, and nothing's been done about it. It's still up. So I will tell you that we really need to make sure we're protecting and defending our brand, and whatever it takes. That's my thinking about that, whatever it takes. I think also that we need to be more inclusive, but it goes beyond just the branding inclusiveness. A member has to get something for the dues that they're paying, and it can't just be about educational meetings anymore, because there's too many good ones. The best way they can do it is the website. Now, if you go into the website, you'll see that the homepage is improved, and I agree with that. It's an improved homepage. It's speedier, and it gets you to a few sites on the page a little faster. But in terms of content, we are so far behind our competitors. We need to really build that website up, and we need to invest in it. That's just something we need to agree to do. To some, that may not be very important. In fact, for a lot of academics, they're not allowed to participate in promotions in ways that the private practice people are, because their centers are already doing it for them, or they have restrictions on what they're allowed to say or do on a website. So protecting, defending the brand, promoting the brand is a huge part of what a private practitioner at least brings in perspective. And a president's only one person. So I've got to go in and convince an entire board of directors, which is not going to be an easy task, that we need to figure out ways to fund this. And I have some innovative ways. We can partner with industry and do some amazing things together if we're willing to put the energy and effort into it. And it's going to be an energy and effort type of presidency in the next few years if we're going to get this thing back on track, because we're losing members. We've lost members consistently over the past several years, and I know there was an announcement that it stabilized. It didn't stabilize. We're down now. We had a 2-year hold, and now we're down again. Now, COVID was part of it, but the trend over the last 15 years has all been down. So we've got to do things that serve our members, and that's what you'd be voting for me for. Now, remember 2 things. It's a new election. It's a runoff, which means we're starting from zero. Everyone can vote that's eligible. If you haven't gotten a ballot, and I'll put up the link where you should be getting it. You can either email me or Patricia Adair at the AAFPRS. And I want to thank every member that's voted for me. And I truly feel honored and respect enormously that vote and what that means. And I'd like everybody, just like they did in the last election, to send me a note just saying that you voted for me. I'd like to thank you personally, because I've got a good sense of how many votes that should be coming in. And it's a good way to monitor how much more I can work to engender more of the membership to participate. So again, this is Dr. Corey Moss. Don't forget to vote. I was told it was November 12th. It might now be updated to November 19th. I'm getting a head nod. It was updated to November 19th as the last day to vote. So let's get every private practice member that wants to get the academy to serve as their institution to vote. And let's get every academician that understands that I know exactly where you're coming from, that I can help you to get the things done you needed. And let's get this academy back where we are a band of brothers and sisters again, instead of a tiny group of people pre-selecting leadership. And that's just not who we are. That's not the academy that I grew up in, and it's not the academy I want to leave as I retire. So let's get it back on track. Dr. Corey Moss, vote before November 12th. Call the academy, call me, call the California Society if you're a California member. All of those are sources to help you get your ballot if you hadn't, because I didn't get my ballot, found it in spam. So other people have had trouble.